The further we get in spring practice, the more unsure I am of who our starting quarterback will be this fall at Auburn. We know we've got three guys in the mix. We've got Robbie Ashford, TJ Finley, and Holden Geriner. For a minute, I was thinking that Hugh Freeze might be leaning towards TJ Finley because all the evidence we had was kind of pointing that direction. The obvious choice, however, was Robbie Ashford. He played the most last year. He has the most game time experience at Auburn, and he did fairly well for the most part. But there's some things we know about Hugh Freeze that lead me to believe that Robbie Ashford may not be the guy for Coach Freeze's system. And that mainly has to do with throwing accuracy. We know that for Hugh Freeze, he really wants an accurate thrower. He said himself he can't know who the quarterback is going to be until he sees them throw. And so now he's had a chance to see some of these guys throw, and we've heard a new name that he's mentioned. He did say last week that Robbie Ashford had his best practice of the spring season, the springtime so far. And unfortunately, he's now nursing a shoulder injury. That injury, however, has given another player some time to shine, and it looks like that player is really taking this opportunity and really using it to his benefit the most he can. And that comes with Holden Geriner. Holden Geriner got some practice time when he was throwing on Pro Day with Cam Newton, but now he was actually practicing with the first team players as well. What we do know about Holden Geriner is that he is a very accurate passer. We saw that from him when he was in high school. Unfortunately, we've not really seen much from him since he's been at Auburn. He only played, I think, 3 plays last season, and those 3 plays against Missouri weren't that great. But once again, it was only 3 plays. Now that he's had some time to be under Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery, it's looking like he is improving overall. Listen to this statement from Coach Hugh Freeze regarding Holden Geriner. I thought he really stood out all week with his improvement and his play. Notice the emphasis on really. Coach Hugh Freeze is really trying to show that he's liking what he's seeing from Holden Geriner. Not that the others didn't improve also, but I thought his grasp of what we were trying to do, he was impressive last week. But again, it's still a competition. I think competition is good for everybody, and how you respond to it is critical. So the more we can create, and we'll just keep rotating those guys to see kind of how they handle the competition. So Coach Hugh Freeze is really making this a true quarterback competition. It is not anyone's job, and this has been the story of the offseason under Coach Freeze. Every position is up for grabs. He's made that clear in his actions and his words, and he's continuing that with the quarterback competition as well. Every position is up for grabs. You got to work for this. You got to want this. You got to do what the coaches need you to do. You have to have the right attitude. Otherwise, the job is not yours. And really, with his words on this, it sounds like he's giving Holden a chance, but he's also kind of throwing something out there for Robbie. Hey, Robbie, I know where you struggled last year. Are you going to show up? Are you going to improve in those areas where I know you struggled? Are you going to be the guy to lead the team? And I don't think at this point we can say who the quarterback is going to be. There's obviously a lot of time left. We've got the spring game coming up. We've got the off season. There's still a possibility that Hugh Freeze could pick up a quarterback in the transfer portal. All these things are still possibilities. There's still fans out there who think Grayson McCall might figure out his academic situation and come to Auburn. And if that happens, he would have a really good chance to be the quarterback. So there's a lot of unknown. But what I do know for sure is that Holden Geriner is an accurate passer. And so the question for Hugh Freeze is, do you want an extremely accurate passer, which for Holden Geriner to work, he's going to need an extremely competent O-line because he's not really a scrambler for the most part. Or do you need somebody who can roll out like Robbie Ashford when the pressure comes and the pocket collapses, somebody who can still make huge plays and be that dual threat, that true dual threat? Can you improve on his accuracy? That's another option. And then, of course, you've got TJ Finley back there who he has the potential to be a good quarterback. He has the potential to be a starter. I'm just not sure if it's at Auburn. I don't know. I don't see it. I do think he's capable. I still am very unsure. I still think he's of that mindset of transferring. But once again, there's only 3 guys really on the roster right now. Yes, we've got a new guy coming in, Hank Brown, but I don't think TJ Finley is going to be the starter when it comes down to it. I think he had his shot last year. It didn't work out. Robbie Ashford got a chance to shine. And now that Holden Geriner's had a year to, add some weight, he's gotten some knowledge, but now he's having to relearn a new system. I think it's really going to come down to who can learn the system, who's got a good attitude, who can lead the locker room, and who has a good, calm head on their shoulders. That's going to be the deciding factor for who gets the starting job at Auburn this fall. I'm very interested in what you think about these 3 guys. Tell me your thoughts on Holden G. Tell me your thoughts on Robbie Ashford, and tell me what you think about TJ Finley. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Please hit like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and I will see you in the next one.